with imaginary numbers. Do you remember how you can do this in the calculator? What do you have to do first before you start doing the operations with imaginary numbers? Keegan. Set the mode, right? Make sure in your calculator that you go over to the mode right there and go scroll down to that second line to the bottom where it says real and go to the left, to the right. There's your A plus BI. That's imaginary numbers. All right. And now let's say you wanted to do, let's do this one here. 2 plus 3i times 6 plus 9i. So on this screen, the main screen, parentheses, 2 plus 3, and then where do you find the I character? It's the decimal point, right? So you got to go second I, right? Parentheses, 6 plus 9i, 6 plus 9. You know, and the calculator will do the rest of that for you. Okay, Becca, do you have a question?
Yeah, are you doing the second one, right?
Yeah. No, I'm doing the third one. I'm doing the multiply right here. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're going to do that. So all of these can be done pretty easily in the calculator. My guess is that this one would give you a fraction, or it'd be decimals, and you'd probably want to turn them back into fractions. You know how to do that on the calculator, right? Math, enter, enter. If there's any confusion about it, you know, turn them back into fractions. Math, enter, enter. This one, they love to do things powers of I, right? The powers of I. If you put it in the calculator, let's say I to the 21st, second, I raised to the, there's the half, the raise it to a power, 21. You know, you always get this something E that confuses us, right? That's scientific notation. This -1e -13 is like saying decimal points, 12 zeros, and then a -1, right? It's the calculator not rounding off to 0. It's 0. So it's actually 0 plus I, which is just I. Do you have a question? Okay. I just said, that's like -1 times 10 to the -13th. It's scientific notation. It is a number that is very, very small. The calculator just didn't round it off. This whole thing, you have to think is 0, right? So just in your mind, you say it's 0. It's 0 plus I. And you're not going to see 0 plus I. It'll just say I. Okay. Now, more than that, what we know about when you raise I to a power is that I to the first is I. I squared is -1. That's the definition of I. I equals the square root of -1, so I squared equals -1. I to the third equals -I, and I to the fourth equals +1. And if I did I to the fifth, well, it would just be I to the fourth times I, so it would be I again. So there's a pattern to this, right? Every multiple of 4, power of I, equals 1. I to the 8th, I to the 12th, I to the 16th, they all equal 1, right? All multiples of 4 in the exponent, right? I squared, if it's even number but not divisible by 4, then it's -1. Even but not multiple of 4. Okay, if it's one more than a multiple of 4, then you're back to here. So like 5, 9, 13, all of those are going to equal I. Generally, they don't expect you doing it in the calculator, that you just know the pattern, right? I to the 25th, I. It's one more than 24. Has to be, right? one more than multiple of 4. And I to the third is 1 less than the multiple of 4, and that's negative I. And so I to the 27th. Okay, 27 is 1 less than 28, it's negative I. So if you have this pattern down, it works that way for all powers of I. 1 less than multiple of 4. Again, if you put it in the calculator, just don't be confused by E, right? And that calculator not rounding off.